I've just done the stop and restart anyway in the middle of that fight, so I kind of did it that way as proof that we haven't done anything in between.
Well, either way, I need to just quickly take a minute or so I will be right back.
Take your time. Now it's just... So, yeah. This game is easier and harder than I thought. Like, obviously I've been spending a lot of time grinding. And most of the trainers have been between 5 and 10. But then it just had those sudden jumps in difficulty, so I can see why it's hard. I am not looking forward to the gym fight, right? Like, it's an electric type gym, and I have a water type Pokemon lead, and nothing. Like, I got rollout on my shiny Bidoof, which will probably help. That'll probably be how I actually win. Just, you know, roll out rock type Pokemon attack. But yeah, I'm so hurt that my Pokemon died. Oh, it hurts so bad. I had bonded. I gave it Anyway, yeah, if I was a smart man, I should have stopped the stream entirely while that break happened. But I didn't want to lose that sense of, oh hey, maybe they did a whole bunch of stuff while we weren't paying attention, while it was paused, you know, that sort of thing. So now I am just talking. I am filling space. I will actually take a picture of myself once Aumnoko gets back, partly for the sake of evenness and partly because a break would actually be nice, and I did not think of that when I stopped the recording and restarted it. I was just like, yep, nope, doing the thing. Smart. Very, very, very smart and polite of me. Yeah.
To do what, sir?
Oh, I was mostly filling the airspace.
I love filling the airspace.
Yeah, no, okay. I'm gonna actually take a short break myself, for fairness, and also just to have a little break for myself. So, yeah, you had a couple minutes, I'll take a couple of minutes. Keep going.
Absolutely.
Keep going.
Well, I'm gonna try and do my best.
Yeah.
So personally, I don't
verbalize. Alright, farewell.
I'm sure that everyone by now has been watching pretty intently, considering we're now approaching... Well, no, we've exceeded the 3-hour mark, so if you're still watching, it's good effort. Because honestly, it's been pretty focused content for us, because we're just walking backwards and forwards, trying to get our Pokemon to actually do something in this game. Now, to be honest, this is the longest I've ever spent before trying to beat a gym, because I am incredibly concerned. Because I've already lost 2 of my lives. I can't afford to lose a 3rd. And I don't know how we're going to deal with the fact that if I beat this gym by myself, it means that Flair then has to go immediately off and try and beat it himself. And if he can't, then this is going to be a very interesting time for both of us. Because that means that he's going to lose all of his Pokemon. He's just re-leveled, and he can't go get more. So if I'm able to force that advantage, that means that this might actually be my Nuzlocke, regardless of how far else I can get, because I will just smash through as much content as I can. Now you might just see me going backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, trying to get this done. So maybe there'll be some better. And considering we're hit the 3-hour mark, I have actually finished a lot of my drink. I've got another one lined up anyway, but I've also got a bag of Doritos Cheese Supreme because, let's be realistic, playing through this content has got me pretty hungry. So I mean, if you're watching this, if you're at this mark, maybe tell us what you're eating too. Now, for those of you who do and or don't care in relation to different kinds of snacks, if you have any kinds of snacks that you do recommend, I would be happy to try it, as long as it's within reason. Because hell, I mean, that might just make for interesting content by itself. And as you probably heard us both talking, Flair and I do usually advise people that we are neurodivergent. Because honestly, in case you haven't understood from us talking, these are two of our favourite topics. Being the undead for Flair and Magic the Gathering for myself. So we have potentially hours of content here just telling you about things that we do know about in relation to undead and magic. Now, if someone does want to know more about this, there's plenty of lore books online. Flair is actually writing a D&D synopsis regarding the undead, and honestly, considering it's going to be spanning from previous to 1st edition and on to 5th edition, I know that in the 1st edition alone, he might be already at about 100 pages. So, I'm not sure if you can really get an audiobook out of him, but I think it'd be an interesting attempt if we could try and get him to verbalize everything. Who knows, maybe we'll find someone else. If you could see me now, you'd probably be understanding that I'm just eating a bag of Doritos and talking. So do give me a moment while I snack on a few of those, because honestly, this is hunger and work. Okay, that was pretty close. I probably should have been paying more attention. I'm really hoping that these Pokemon pay off. Because genuinely, I have no idea past 4th gen in regards to what is actually good at dealing with lightning. I know that obviously probably rock and ground types are going to be pretty strong, but considering our current builds, I don't actually have any. I'm actually pretty concerned. I know that Delibird has the stone strips, but unfortunately, I don't think that many NPCs are actually changing out their Pokemon in this. So it's actually going to be very awful to try and beat things that way. It's getting very tedious walking backwards and forwards, I gotta say. Just knock one out, walk back over. Oh, this is time frames that I've got to actually use to kind of get every advantage I can against Flair, because he's already progressed to a stage where he's seen the rivals. Now, I don't necessarily want to follow in the footsteps, because that didn't work out very well for him. And I'm kind of curious about what the best outcome is for that, to be honest. Oh yeah, crit. Can't be mad at that.
What were those noises? What?
I was going to crit against a Rattata.
Oh, nice.
With my Rattata. Now, just because you missed out on what I've been posting as gibberish, basically. I've just been talking about the quality content that's going to be coming out of us over the next few periods. Being a Magic the Gathering. I mean, I hope so. You have a nice little book coming out, right?
I have a nice what? Sorry, I tried to
nice little
pull
book.
my ears out a little, and I think I made myself a little deaf instead.
Oh, anything to get out of listening to me, huh?
Yep. sorry, you were saying I have something coming out soon?
Yeah, nice little book.
Hopefully
Hopefully
several.
Several, you say?
Yeah, so a lot of the information that I'm giving right now is actually kind of from said books. I'm doing a Necromancy in the Forgotten Realms. I've just now reached like the 1360s as of today, starting from negative 35,000. Which is good, but anybody who knows anything about the Forgotten Realms knows that almost all the lore comes from about the 1350s onwards. So, you know, I've got like 50% of everything to go. But I'm also writing an encyclopedia of undead, and I'm writing these as in-universe, in-lore text, so that you can print them out and give them to your players as handouts. And
so what kind of resource how would that help a DM?
Look, to a certain extent I'm doing this purely for my own enjoyment. Which, yeah, this is absolutely, yes, it is to help DMs, it is to give players, less so much to help DMs in this specific sense, it's to give players information that they might know in character, books that they can pick up in the game world and read and say, this is what I know, this is what I've heard, this is what I've learned. And while I am trying to be as correct, quote-unquote, as possible, what I'm trying to be correct to is what people in the universe can know. Like, I'm an expert inside the universe can know. And there are some things that people in the universe don't know. For example, I do actually have, like, history of undead in other crystal spheres outside of the Forgotten Realms. Somebody in the Forgotten Realms probably doesn't know that information. And what I've done, and this is where it answers the question of what is important to DM, is I've got 2 versions of every single one of these books. One version is going to be printed with somewhat fancy text or handwritten to be, you know, you can hand this to your players, and this is information that they can have in-game quite happily. But then I've got a second version, which is printed in normal, perfectly legible text, which is partly an accessibility thing, because, like, reading fonts that are designed to look like handwriting can be illegible sometimes. But also, the version for DMs has footnotes. Everywhere,
Ooh.
I footnote like the source for every piece of information. I give footnotes for, hey, if you want this stats, they come from this book in this edition. But also there is more that in universe, the universe author wouldn't know. So, like, what's going on in other parts of the universe that we know is canon to this game world, but they wouldn't know what are things that are happening in the Underdark that this person wouldn't know, what is blah blah blah. All of that information is accessible to the DM, and so I'd have 2 versions of these documents, one that has only the player in world knowledge, and one that has a little bit of extra meta knowledge. And also, with the footnotes, I've done this especially, there are, on very rare occasions, but I've deliberately got the author who comes up with his own thing, who comes up with his own, you know, hey look, this is the official explanation, but, you know, there's another explanation which is this, or so on and so forth. So there's a little bit of extra meta content. Every single one of those, I actually have footnoted to say, this is not from published material, this is from me. This is the author coming up with their own theories based on the lore and so on and so forth. So there's a little bit of unreliable narrator, which anybody who, you know, deals with lore is familiar with the unreliable narrator trope. But the big thing I'm doing that you don't find anywhere else is I'm actually specifically footnoting it and saying, for the DM, this is absolute unreliable narrator territory. Everything else is from source books. And now the source books themselves are often unreliable narrator, so on and so forth. But whatever ruling you as a DM go for source books with how unreliable they are or aren't, how canon they are or aren't to your game, I am clearly signposting in this book, in the DM version of this book, what is stuff I have added and what is directly from published materials. So that is a big thing that I'm doing. And one other thing that I'm doing with this is I will be releasing it for free.
Free, you said?
Yes. What I plan to do is I'm actually going to release potentially 3 versions. I said that there were 2, but I'm actually probably going to release 3 versions. It depends on what DM skills will allow me to do. The plan is to release 1 version of every book, whether it's the handout version or the DM version, as free, and it'll probably be the handout version. I'll release as free, and the DM version I'll release at a low pay rate, or that also may be free. But I will release 1 version, which might be, say, so the history of necromancy is currently spread over 3 volumes, you know, so 3 individual files. I might make 1 big file, and that is all of those volumes, and say, you can get all of these for free individually, but if you want it all as one big text, pay me. That way, anybody who wants to support me financially can, and anybody who can't afford it or doesn't want to pay for something that they're not confident in the quality of, anybody who doesn't know me and just wants to get free stuff, they can just get the free stuff and then buy the paid-for version, which is exactly the same content. The only difference might be, it might be 1 book instead of 3. Like, that'll be the only thing. I would love release anything paid that I do not also release for free. At least with this stuff. At least not until I actually have a name. And until I'm actually reliably giving quality content. Now, I believe I'm giving... Sorry, I'm rambling now. But I believe I give quality content. Aumnoko can talk about, like, you know, I have actually written RPG systems before. I published an RPG system before. You know, I have... You know, I used to be a script reader. I actually used to be a reader for competitions as well. And a whole lot of other things. So I'm confident in my abilities. But I personally believe that you should not be confident until you have feedback, until you've made something, gone out there and gotten the feedback on how it can succeed, and so you can improve on the basis of that feedback. And in this specific domain, I don't get that feedback. I haven't published anything within the Forgotten Realms in any way, shape or form. So I want to release it, get some feedback on what I've done, the quality, the presentation, the formatting, whatever, get any feedback. That way, future things that I make will be of that greater content. Those are probably my first publications. I do have other publications planned, which will include a medieval price list for based on 1320s England, which is going to be very comprehensive. All the prices will be based on historical stuff, and it'll all be consistent. Oops, I was not paying attention. Please do not die.
I'll choose not to die.
Sorry, I was not paying attention to my battles. I need to get to a Pokemon Center. Or at least trade out into the front. No, I need to get to a Pokemon Center. Anyway, yeah, I have plans to release a medieval price list, a D&D friendly sort of farm settlement that is like almost like a village manager system, a stronghold builder's guide. All of that is one book, by the way. And all of it is going to be as applicable for D&D as for making a historical themed RPG. So, you know, even if you play something that isn't D&D, all the information in this book will still be very useful. That is a future publication. But, having said that, all of these publications I'm actually hoping to have out by the end of the year. The theoretical publication time is going to be around when the next edition of D&D releases, when that drops. And at about that point in time, I'll make the decision whether it'll be a DM Guild release or a Kickstarter release. Either way, things will be... Yeah.
If you're thinking about a Kickstarter release, is there a specific reason why?
Two reasons. One is... Well, actually, it's really one reason. So, the DM's Guild has its advantages. Has a lot of advantages. 2 years ago, with all of the controversy that has come out with, like, you know, the whole Pinkertons, the OGL, the laying off of staff, and all that sort of thing, trust and goodwill towards the Coast has dropped a lot, which naturally has affected sales on the DM's Guild. Because
it doesn't just affect the DM's Guild, it's also affected Magic the Gathering as well. It's hitting all the Blizzards at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. So DM's Guild as a platform in the past was a great platform. It was a great way to get your product, your D&D product, out in front of people who would actually buy it, as opposed to Kickstarter, which relied on your own ability to get a following and to get movement and sharing and all that sort of stuff. That's more word of mouth. Unless you're... And you're also... Yeah. All there are two uses of Kickstarter, that is a different thing. But the other problem with the DM's Guild is that Wizards of the Coast own whatever you make. They have the rights to it. So the lore stuff that I want to make, easy, have that, go, it's yours, whatever. But that historical stuff that I just mentioned, the, you know, hey look, it's a medieval price list, a very comprehensive one. It's here's how much it costs to build a castle in the 1300s. Here are multiple designs and how much it costs to build them and blah 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 and farming, like all these sorts of things. If I publish them in the DM's Guild, I cannot publish them anywhere else. Which means if Wizards of the Coast goes down, sure, I might technically have that in my portfolio, which is half the idea. I can get myself a job with, you know, another RPG company, or if I'm able to use this to leverage my own RPG system, fantastic. But I wouldn't be allowed to republish that content, because the DM Guild / Wizards of the Coast would own that content. So, for that specific content, I need to be confident in the DM's Guild as an outlet. And right now is not the right time to make that decision. The right time to make that decision will be after the next edition releases, and we can really see how strong or how weak or what state. Oh, my Pokemon is evolving. Anyway, we can really see what state the D&D community is in. And so on and so forth. So it is possible that I will release on Kickstarter, and if that happens, I will probably do something like have the stretch goal be stupidly low, and have stretch goals be for the print run, and actually doing the print run. But it would be like, you know, yeah, you know, pledge $1, you get all of this stuff. Pledge $5, you get all of this stuff. You know, I just keep it really cheap and try and keep up that you basically get free stuff mantra.
Absolutely. I mean, it's always a good idea to also include a stretch goal that includes, like, I don't know, 40 to 50 USD, and maybe consider the book, well, the bound toppies. Because personally, I would love to see Flayer's Fleshbound Tomb.
Oh man, I wish I had thought of that. That's brilliant.
And if that's not the working title, now it is.
It is now! Yes! That is so the working title now! Wow!
For those who don't...
Yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, if I did Kickstarter, what I would probably do personally, is do something like those, you know, you place $1, you get digital versions of all of my content, sort of thing. Just, there we go, we're done. The stretch goal would be $100 hiring proper artists to give me illustrate this work.
Oh, absolutely.
And
Because, I mean, when it comes down to it, people don't understand that not only are DMs not paid anything for the work that they're putting out there, but like the cost of art is so significant that people don't realize how much their books cost.
Wait, would you say that people don't understand that? I honestly don't think people did understand that.
I mean, maybe the culture has shifted since I've been a real shoe-in for the D&D community, but I swear that a lot of people weren't willing to pay DMs from what I understood.
Yeah. That is true. And that has been shifting, but it is a slow process. And people do have definitely got opinions about that. I have actually been paid as a DM before, not deliberately, funnily enough. You know, they were just like, wanted to pay me for being a DM, and my response was, you pay for the food. That's it. That is how we do things. So I just got free dinners every time I ran games. Great.
I mean, I think you enabled that for me personally, because it is a lot of mental work to make sure that everything works and flows and balances out, because at the end of the day, you're basically a casual job each game. It adds up.
How you run the game. Actually,
Yeah.
Sorry, this is now relevant to what we're doing right now. So, I ran a couple of Pokemon RPGs, because there are a couple of Pokemon RPGs out there.
I hate to interrupt, but if you look at my screen, I've just got a foil shiny Spinnerack. Hopefully I don't knock it out.
Yay! Hey!
You know what? I'm gonna.
Spinnerack.
Let's see if I can poison it, maybe. Oh boy, just whittle it down. Don't be immune to poison, come on. But anyway, as you were saying regarding your game, go on.
So, there's a couple of Pokemon RPGs that exist. And I'm going to tell you right now, running one session of those Pokemon RPGs was more effort than I ever had to put into an entire campaign. So the amount of effort required to run a game session is very dependent on the system. And I will be perfectly honest, D&D 5th edition, it is not the easiest that is out there. I would give a lot of skill-based systems that sort of credit. I give Dark Video and a couple of others. But 5th edition D&D is the easiest version of D&D, with the possible exception of 4th edition. I realise I'm contradicting myself when I say that. I actually have a lot of like 4th edition. I hate what they did to the law. I hate how they execute it. But I basically personally I maintain that if they had released 4th edition not as 4th edition D&D but as a separate product, it would have been amazing. Because the rule system of 4th edition is great, and it caters to a kind of role-playing style that most other games don't cater for. And it has a lot of good ideas and good formatting, and like there's a lot of good things in 4th edition in the mechanics of 4th edition itself that is actually really good that they got rid of. Yeah, 4th edition is great if it wasn't D&D.
Yeah.
But I would yeah, if 4th edition and 5th edition are both easier to run and easier to play than any previous edition of D&D.
Heck yeah, I got the Spinnerack.
Woo! Good work. But yeah, when it comes to like how much work it is to run a game, it can be a lot of work. It can also be super easy. It really depends on your game, it really depends on your system. But also, if you're running the game for strangers, it's a lot of work. That is a dedicated skill set. The average DM and the average game master cannot run for strangers and expect a good outcome unless they have a dedicated skill set.
Which makes sense because At the end of the day, running any kind of game with anyone you don't know is going to take a lot of different work.
Yeah.
You don't know how they're going to interact with your work. You don't know what kind of person they're going to be to begin with, or what kind of character they're bringing to it.
Yeah. You don't know people's lives, even if you do a safety session, like a session 0, you go over like safety rules and so on and so forth. People have lives in strange and interesting places. I had one group where I found out, I'm so glad I did a session, like, wow, I am so glad I did. They were absolutely terrified of zombies.
Yeah, that would have been horrific.
Yeah, and there were some specific things about zombies that they were terrified by. But it meant that a lot of undead was fine. But there was this grey, nebulous area between zombies and skeletons that wasn't fine. And just like, do ghouls fit into that? Do liches fit into that? Do morgs fit into that? Running with creatures that we have spoken about at some point today. Like, it's a lot easier to kind of just go, yeah, we're just going to not have undead in this game. And it's just, you don't get that with strangers, and people may not tell you their lives. And you don't find that out at the start of the game, like, it's undead. Like, it's a huge category of things that people can face.
Of course, that's just generally important, because, I mean, like, a lot of the early minions of the game are usually undead.
I mean, again, depending on the DM and what your DM
Yeah, and the setting, and yeah, absolutely.
But it's a quite happy default, right? And, like, one of the reasons I actually really like undead is there's a big controversy that has been raging for quite a while now, and before I say it, it is a justified controversy. There is nuance to it, of course, but it is justified, about things like, you know, hey, look, some of these creatures in Monster Manual are based on racist or archaic stereotypes. Some of, you know, grabbing an entire species and declaring it evil is kind of problematic. You know, there's a whole lot of that sort of thing. Now, personally, I agree with a lot of those arguments, not necessarily all of them, but I definitely agree with the thrust and the point they're trying to make. But also there's added things like going, hey, orcs can be good or evil. There is a massive variety and massive, just a spectrum of alignment for them. It makes for more interesting games, right? Because you don't know what, you know, if this is going to be a good orc or a bad orc or how it's going to be. But treating all of these living species as people does add a lot. But D&D is a combat game, first and foremost. Once you start applying that sort of morality, that sort of logic, the players are the bad guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Undead is something that is, even if it's not universally evil, it's something that is parasitic at an inherent level. So it makes for a good opponent that, not always, because zombies, voodoo, and things like that, but that is often much more neutral in the physiological debates. And suddenly, with that particular player, I lost that thing that I could work with. So it's a complete change of style and game and story from what I probably would have run had they not told me that. And coming back to, you know, hey, you're a professional DM. These are the sort of things that a professional DM needs to not only be aware of, but to be able to accommodate for. In a proper session 0, they need to be willing and able to encourage open lines of communication. They need to have safety metrics. otherwise, of course, it's an issue, because, like, people have legitimate phobias about things that role-playing games can absolutely very easily tackle. Even accidentally. So, yeah.
There's always an interesting curve to your players. I mean, if anyone is still listening at this point in time of our conversation, considering we're, what, 3.5 hours in?
I mean,
almost 4 probably.
Recording, but still.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm hoping you have all watched part 1 in case you keeping up to date with whatever we're doing, or maybe you just skip past that to hopefully some more better stuff than we've seen before. But if you're taking anything out of this, if you are a DM or you're aspiring to be a DM, having that 0 session with your players is incredibly important in all circumstances.
Ooh, shiny fruit.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah.
And we will come back to this topic in just a moment. After Alan does what he needs, a player does what he needs to do.
How could you out me like that?
I know. I've been doing so well.
You were doing so well, Margaret.
Shh, people aren't meant to know Margaret.
Yeah, all good. I think probably, like, if I actually publish stuff, it'll probably be my real name anyway, so not exactly that big of a secret. But yeah, I'm catching the shiny fruit now. Woo! Caught it.
So Flair, you forgot to ask me.
I forgot to ask you a question?
Yeah, because I got a spinner app.
Oh no. Okay. Well look, first off, this fruit is going to be named Demi Lich, and we'll just deal with that later. But, okay, the question for you is rant-worthy. So I hear that you and a mutual friend of ours are doing like some sort of theme deck business?
Okay, well, I'm going to assume that it's not our previous theme deck business, because our previous theme deck business would have been 2-block. The blocks are a thing for Magic the Gathering where certain stories were told in a certain amount of sets, and you were allowed to use 2 of those sets to build your deck. 2 of those entire blocks, I should say. Our new variant of this is going to be called Plain Choice. At least that's our working title at this moment in time. For Plain Choice, the idea is pick a world, and every single card in your deck, we're playing a commander variant, in case that is relevant to anyone that's listening, is that you have to have 100 cards, all of different types, and they all must reference or be from the plane of your choice. For example, my one is using Fiora, so I'm using mostly only conspiracy cards. By conspiracy, that is the set that they're from. However, for example, I'm also using an Imperial Seal. The reason I'm using Imperial Seal is because the flavor text of it says that it's hand-signed by Queen Chaser, who is a stable character from the plane of Fiora. So because it has that flavor text on it that does confirm it is from Fiora, I'm allowed to use it in this deck. We're finding that it's a really interesting way to build our decks mechanically, because it feels a lot more flavorful about the deck.
Nice. I actually
Yes,
didn't
you
get
see.
anywhere near as much detail when I asked the questions. I just asked for, more strokes. Nice.
Yeah, so if anyone is interested, I might end up posting a deck list for this, because I believe I've actually uploaded it already, and I can include it in our posting of this video.
Heck yeah. I assume that means more to people watching than it possibly does to me, but heck yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone is interested, of course, we might end up answering questions as well in comments, so hit us up.
Yeah, absolutely. When this video uploads, we'll probably respond to a few comments. And if you enjoy what we're doing, so far I have, but we may actually start streaming. Not necessarily this specific run, but we might start streaming future games. We'll happily have a setup for us to be able to see the chat, so people can ask questions live or conversations, their opinions, so on and so forth. Obviously, we will make a general rule of being at least vaguely civil. We do that.
Hell no. I mean, what?
I said vaguely civil. Something at least.
I'm vague and or civil.
Yeah. Alright, so, I think you need to ask me a question, Shiny Boot Boot, and then I want to, after that, I'll reel the conversation back to something that we were talking about earlier.
What is your favourite piece of abstract lore from D&D?
Okay.
Well, the one that immediately comes to mind.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go with what immediately comes to mind, because I'm sure that there's gonna be more lore that is more abstract that I will come to mind at some other point, and I'll be like, ah, it's this! But what immediately comes to mind... So, there is a fairly famous sort of meme situation of, and Mistra died again. You know, there's yet another, edition change and Mistra is dead. Most people understand that there were, anybody who knows anything about Mistra really knows that there was Mistral in early times, and then there was Mistra, and then she died, and the Time of Troubles happened, and this woman called Midnight became Mistra, and then Fourth Edition happened. Mistra spent some time as a bear. That's fun. Which relates to Baldur's Gate 3, by the way. Anybody who tries to match up timelines with Baldur's Gate 3 and canon lore, Gale mostly only would know Mistra as a bear, because right up until like 2 or 3 years before the events of Baldur's Gate 3, she was a bear.
Wait, is that the same bear that you can sleep with?
No, it is not, but it should be. Yeah, so, all those things with Mistra, blah, 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 blah. Here's the obscure bit of lore that most people don't know. First, Mistra is not her first form. There is at least one other incarnation of Mistra prior to Mistra that we do not know about. The other thing about this, and it may only be relevant to the first form that she had, or it may be current form or something like that, but Mistra, at least the original Mistra, is a construct. She wasn't a living being, she was a construct. And we don't actually know much more than that, but this is official lore, directly from Edward. And, she was some sort of construct, maybe a magical construct, may have been made by the gods, may have been something that came out of the weave, or was made to govern the weave, or something like that. But wasn't a living being originally. Now, there may have been a living being that then became Mistra, and that emerged, blah, 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 but there has been at least 4 Mistras. Which ties into another fun thing, because if you piece all these things together, it means that Mistra has not always been there, and neither has the weave. And in fact, a lot of the ancient societies, and I'm going to specifically, if you know anything about the Forgotten Realms, you may have heard about the Netherese Empire and the Imaskari Empire. These 2 empires were active at the same time. The Imaskari Empire did not use the weave. The Netherese did. And a lot of the lore about the weave and the history of the weave comes from the Netherese history, not Imaskari. There's a lot of, variance and differences. The best way to put it is that the history of the Forgotten Realms is not a monolith. It changes based on region and culture and demographics and so many different little factors. Like, it is such a rich tapestry in the setting, which you would never get if you only knew D&D from 4th to 5th edition. 5th edition is so incredibly bare bones that there's basically nothing there. Yes, that is straight up to the middle of 5th edition. I have many. And 4th edition kind of tried to rewrite the setting in its entirety. But there is so much depth. It is such a rich tapestry, and it's not made for adventurers. Actually, this is probably one of the obscure things. Wow, I'm putting a lot of thought into this question, huh?
Of course, you love obscurity.
And rats. So one of the obscure things is Forgotten Realms is people look at the Forgotten Realms today as a kitchen sink setting that focuses on adventurers, and it really makes no sense when you give it 2 seconds of thought because, you know, adventurer economy, blah blah blah. In earlier editions, and in a lot of the published materials, and in a lot of the content that Andrew was out to this day, check out his YouTube channel. It is actually a very grounded setting. A lot of things have not just in-world explanations, but there are entire publications. I'm thinking actually of, specifically in my mind, I'm thinking of like War Secrets, less so the War Secrets, but the books on Atla, the literal publication that accompanies the video game doesn't focus on adventurers at all, and in fact the majority of the book is about civilians. It's about the daily life of the people who actually don't care about adventurers, and adventurers aren't part of their day-to-day life because adventurers get this one little corner of the city, and the rest of the city is for the citizens. And most of the book has nothing to do with adventurers, and barely has anything of interest to adventurers. It's just lore and interesting stuff, and it's fascinating. It is such a rich tapestry of a setting that they basically decided not to do anything with, and to just, you know, skim at best in later editions. So yeah, not entirely certain I properly answered your question there, but that's the answer you're getting.
I feel like at least one answer was good enough, right?
Yeah, here's 12. Pick your favourite. But yeah, I wanted to reel back to what we were talking about earlier, which was actually, yes, my publication, but the whole Kickstarter thing, the cost of artists, and things like that. I believe most people comprehend how expensive art can be. Now, they may not comprehend how expensive a book of art can be, because, you know, they may only use it as individual art pieces, and obviously it stacks up. But I believe most people can actually comprehend how expensive that sort of thing can be. If only because...
It was more of a criticism of people who don't regularly buy this and just play it as a one-off game. They may not understand how much goes into creating these books and documents in comparison.
Look, I think there's a bigger argument to be made actually about the video game industry. So I'm gonna say something a little bit controversial here. All video games should be more expensive than they are. I do not want to be paying for video games. I think that they're expensive enough as they are. But the amount it costs to make these games, most video games, is way higher than the returns they get on that, which is why DLC is because that is how they get everything out of the base game. As a rule, does not cover the cost. Oh, I see you just captured another Pokemon. Nice.
Yeah, right, I just did. I kind of had an eventish thing happen where I beat the guy with the Goldie, and then it told me to use the old rod to capture something. So,
Alright, well, I'll give the floor to you in a moment.
Yeah, just ask me a question, right?
Yeah, I'll ask the question when you're ready. But I kind of just wanted to cover off that with the, if I go with the Kickstarter route, I would put the first stretch goal as hiring artists, paying for artists, and it would just be something really cheap so that everybody gets these books, and then higher stretch goals so that we can pay for an artist for the bills and get blah blah blah. And after that, I would do something like an actual crit run as a further stretch goal and so on and so forth. I'm not going to know that, like I said earlier, I have written and published RPGs before, and I was really trying to actually publish the second edition of my RPG system a couple of years ago, or last year. And I gave up because I had no confidence in my ability to meet the cost of production. If I want to run a Kickstarter or whatever. So, if I do go on Kickstarter, I'm probably doing this for a profit. But if I want to do a print run, or if I want to pay for artists, it will have to be paid out of Kickstarter, so they would be fundamentally not happen unless, which is very different to how I want to operate. I mean, I don't want to pay people to do things. Sorry, I want to pay people to do things. I don't want people to do things for free or to do things for below market rate. I don't want people to do fake rates. I appreciate if they do, but I don't want that. I want people to charge me how much they are worth if I am hiring them to do the job. But, as is on the screen right now, I am disabled, and the cost of living in Australia is higher than my income. This is a different tangent here. The average cost for being disabled in Australia, where I am, is around about $38,000 a year, and that's actually a lower. And my income is below $30,000 a year. I am poverty line for disabled people. I'm below poverty line for disabled people. Most disabled people are poverty line or less. So my ability to go, hey, I want to hire artists to illustrate this book or whatever, it just isn't there. My ability to publish my own works and be able to go, hey, this is getting published regardless, and I'm going to I don't have the money, fundamentally. So, if I do want something on Kickstarter, it's got to be something that I want to be out there for free, and that I can afford for it to be out there for free. And that comes back to the question of, would I put something on Kickstarter, or would I put something on Kickstarter? Because whichever one of them is most likely to get me the quote-unquote return that will allow me to pay for art, that will allow me to pay for the print run, that will allow me to take this further, then I can personally afford, that is the one that I want to go with. And we won't know what that is until after the next edition drops. So, kind of wanted to bring it back to that question of, why Kickstarter, why DM Guild. I just kind of wanted to cover that off, that a lot of it just comes straight down to how much it costs to make these books and the fact that I can afford to make them. So, yeah. I need to ask you a question.
You do?
Alright. I'm gonna kind of ask you a twofer here.
Sure.
I'm not quite trying to ask what is your favourite deck. Although that almost certainly will come into it. What I am trying to ask is, I know that Magic Gathering has the different lands, like, the blue deck, black deck, whatever. What is your favourite of those types of magic, whatever the land, whatever the word is for that? What is your favourite one of those? And or what is your favourite combination of that?
Okay, well, I mean, technically I've already been using the names of certain cards from a certain deck. And anyone that knows me or has played against me will probably be able to answer you that Super Best Friends 5 color is my #1 deck. And the information from that deck is that I'm playing every color of Magic possible because I couldn't choose clearly. When it comes to this deck, it's about playing all those planeswalkers that I have mentioned before, and it is where I am getting the names from my deck, my current Pokemon at the moment. I'm just shuffling a pile of the cards from that deck and trying to help you go through what my favorite planeswalkers are, to be honest. So to answer your question in full, my favorite deck is Super Best Friends. It's a 5-color planeswalker deck. I probably have a deck list. If someone asks in the comments to see what it is, I could probably rescan it again. Because this deck has been helped by several people from my local game store community to help me getting from the start to the finish in foiling it out, getting the right cards, etc.
Oh, that's so cool.
Otherwise, beyond that, I've loved decks where I have mechanics that let me play extra spells, being either from my deck, from exile outside the game, or from other people's decks. So I love the synergy of doing something chaotic.
Wow, I feel like we've actually exhausted the conversation from it. If I could have a moment of quiet.
I mean, we're only, what, 4 hours in?
Yeah, it only took us an hour to get through that one conversation topic, because I think that conversation topic actually started before we started this new video.
Yeah.
Oh
my god.
I hope we're at least entertaining to listen to.
I hope so too. Otherwise, at least it's exciting to watch. And as I said before, I mean,
It was more exciting when we were losing. Now,
absolutely. We need to get...
Yeah, sorry, I'm talking over you.
We've got too good to watch now.
Yeah.
Me not knowing the rules really changed things, didn't it?
Yeah, that definitely. I think the fact that I'm playing more very conservatively is also very boring. Like, I can't imagine that the actual game has been fun to watch. If anybody's watching, they're definitely watching it.
I really hope so.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, there's a part of me that wants to go, right, no, let's just risk it. Let's go ahead and see, you know, who wins, who loses, who whatever's. You know, but I'm like, no, I don't want to lose all these Pokemon. I don't want it. Although I was way more attached to Pokemon than this group of Pokemon, I'm gonna be honest.
It's gonna be hard remapping the entire set that you had.
I had a Pidgey.
The hell is Infestation?
Like, it's not my favourite Pokemon, not by a long shot, but I like it. I like that line. It's cool. And now I'll never get it again, because there's no duplicates rule. I missed out on Pidgey. If we were streaming right now, I would occasionally be like, okay, people, take a vote. Should I risk it for the business and just go out with what I've got now, no more training? Or should I keep grinding because I don't want to die? I would engage. I would ask for feedback, because I like feedback. Feedback is great.
Oh, I put a Joltik as an event.
Wait, is that a Pokemon you can catch?
I don't know, it just appeared. It's like in a completely dark office.
Oh,
And it said it's comfy a poker snack.
I saw the like that what pitch black room, black factory sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I went in there and I immediately left. I didn't stick around. I was scared that I would lose Pokemon if I stayed in there. So I know where you are. I'm glad you're there first. But also beware that if you keep going left of that, left end or north, left end or up, I mean, you will encounter that that Pokemon trainer that I mentioned for level 13.
Oh, I'm aware. That's why I'm doing this.
Oh yeah, you can't afford to risk it for the biscuit, otherwise that's the end of the run. Yeah.
Oh no, I forgot to buy more Pokeballs.
No! I mean, technically I think that still counts as the same region, or
Yeah. Well, I was thinking it was a event Pokemon, because it's linked to taking out the Power Grid.
I don't know. Maybe it was. I didn't see what the setup was, so I don't know if it counts as an event or not. But no Pokemon.
I mean, either way, I'm not gonna know.
I am. So my goal at the moment for anybody watching is twofold. One, I want to get Lesser Lich up to 10, and then I will stop trading him. And I want to get Alhoon up to 17, and then I will stop grinding altogether. At least, for the time being, and I'll actually get back to grinding for the map, expand the story, whatever. I'm still desperately terrified because obviously that I'm fighting level 13s and I have one Pokemon that is over level 10. I'm sure if I encounter them again or something similar, I would die at the end of the run. But also, between the two of us, Aumnoko and I have a death. I can afford to go ahead of Aumnoko and die, and then let Aumnoko know, hey, don't go over here, it's bad. To be honest, I also kind of want to, I know that the gym is going to be terrible, right? I kind of want to save my death so that I can try the gym first and report on that. That's what I want to do. My theory.
I mean, there's always the concept for me that if I push through the gym right, you have to catch up to me immediately. That was a rule we implemented, right?
We had discussed that, and I do agree with that. I think that we hadn't actually discussed whether we would implement that this game, but I kind of want to. If you push to the gym, then I have to go straight for it. Why are you pushing to the gym? No, bad! Bad! I see you there! But I agree, if you think you're ready for the gym, then go for it. However, there is one problem. You can't afford to press the gym because you will die and that will end our run.
I mean, there's always next run, right?
True, but we were going to do the next run with a different game.
A different game, you say?
Right, so, I don't actually think we mentioned this at the start.
Well, we said that there was no spoiler.
We did say, yeah, I'm not going to spoil whatever we're doing in the future. Hey, another shiny Spinner but I can't do duplicates, so, oh well. Yeah.
I thought it was great.
Right. I don't think we actually mentioned, the idea that we have 3 lives. If Aumnoko dies that 3rd time, that ends the run for both of us. That's it, we stop there. I would technically win because I would still have lives left, but neither of us would continue any further. So if Aumnoko wanted, he's like, nah, I'm bored of this, he can just kill himself. And that ends the run for both of us. So that is why I'm saying, Aumnoko can't afford to go after the gym, because if he does, I'm pretty sure that's it. That's the end game for us. I will never get a shot at the gym, technically. Because boom, we're done. And this is like...
Alternatively, as I said while you were taking a break, it'd be pretty insane if I went and beat the gym and then forced you into it.
It would be pretty insane if you won the gym and then I got destroyed by it. I just got completely wiped out. That will win me. Which I almost kind of want to have happen. Like, if there was a perfect ending to the run, it would be you beating the gym and me dying at it after everything that's happened. That is what I want. Correction, what I want is for neither of us to die, both of us to beat the gym, but if we have to lose, which we will at some point, that is what I want. Alright, so, what would you like for a new topic of conversation?
I gotta focus on the Sentry, it's doing a lot of damage.
Alright, I will operate in silence for a moment, because actually, honestly, I'm actually going to put some food in my mouth. I won't necessarily stop playing altogether, but I haven't actually eaten dinner.
I mean, as I asked chat before, what are we eating? Like, I've ended up eating a bag of Doritos now.
I have not eaten anything yet.
So what do you got now?
I actually made some noodles and I haven't touched it.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
That said, my
influence
has evolved into a dust box. So I now actually have a flying type mood in my party somewhere. It exists now.
Heck yeah.
Like, congratulations, I finally have something that can theoretically deal with grass type Pokemon. So, I really don't leveled up. I don't necessarily care about the stage, and actually I'm probably but I definitely want this to be leveled up. Because he has rollout, and I'll need that. Alright, I'm actually going to put some food into my mouth, so I'm going to take a small break. But when I get back, I actually have something to talk about, which is the Demi-Lich, because I can talk about the Demi-Lich when I need my Pokemon, so I will do that after I get back.
Heck yeah, well, I'll see you when you get back. I'm going to be beating up these street rats, apparently. Considering how close I am on this game, I just need to play as cagey as I can. I can't take the risk of Flare beating me by a mile. I know he's probably just eating 2-minute noodles, listening in my secret plans, the rendezvous that I'm going through to catch up to where they are. But I'm going to keep destroying all of these opponents that keep popping up, because then maybe I can actually have a evolution finally.
I mean, that's great and all, but I'm going to warn you that you're dangerously close to that level.
Oh, I'm pretty aware.
And yeah, I heard you about the fact that you have evil plans.
I don't remember seeing evil plans.
What evil plans? I don't have any evil plans.
You're an evil plan.
I am an evil plan. Right, so I was actually going to talk about demi-liches. So, I should actually get the demi-lich out of the computer. Partly because it's a shiny, and I just want a shiny in the party. Because it can be. Who am I getting rid of? I kind of want to keep you now. I don't know anything about skin. I don't know anything about skin. I have 3 bucks. I don't think I need 3 bucks. Hang on, let's back out.
Oh, Puccino.
Fewer cutter is nice. I'm just glad that's not the first Pokemon in the area.
Because you're jealous?
If you were able to catch it, I super would be.
Imagine if we're shiny.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. I should go back there and just and turn that into my grinding zone in the hopes of finding a shiny Puccino. I don't know these Pokemon. I just don't know what they're good for. I'm going to deposit the whatever that Pokemon is because I don't need that many bucks. I'm sure if we get a between sessions, like, you know, whenever that happens, I will actually look up these Pokemon and be like, right, what are they good for? Which do I want in my team? Which should be in my team?
No, Duck Maiden! Oh, thank God, it's a shiny.
What?
Yeah, just one shot my Duck Maiden.
No, was that an important Pokemon?
No, it's a shiny spinner.
Ah, still, it's a shiny. Wait, we had to...
What the fuck? He's just one-shotting.
What?
What is going on?
I'm watching your screen now, and what?
My God, that was close.
Yeah. That seems terrifying. Oh, toxic spikes. Nice.
It's actually a really terrible move.
I mean, it's great in large battles, like as in, you know, 6 Pokemon.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like it is one of those moves that has very good tactical value at high levels.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you know, if you're only fighting 2 or 3 Pokemon, no.
Yeah, thank God I was...
Anyway, you were about to say what, yeah?
Thank God I was using my immortal Pokemon that got knocked out there.
Yeah. Yeah. So...
Because my god, that was a lot of dark damage.
Yeah, obviously the Immortal Shinies, it's getting a lot more traction than I thought it would. I did not know Shinies were this upgraded. This, you know, this commonplace, basically.
Yeah.
So, do we want, like, keep that rule ongoing? I think in other games it would be fine, right? If we kept it this frequent. But,
That's completely fair.
yeah. He says with 3 shinies. You know, but that's kind of the point, right? Like, I have 3 shinies and my starter. If all 4 of them are immortal, hey look, that's my party. I can't lose, quote unquote. Right, like, I can still lose the game. I can still lose it all, but... Oh look, I have 2 lives left. I don't have to lose, I don't have to start from scratch.
I mean, I guess we can find out by actually going to the main game, right? We haven't actually defeated the gym to know how strong it is.
That's true. That's true. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be, like, we're going to be looking at, I know it's a full roster of this, and I'm guessing that they're all going to be, like, just purely because I can support that level 13 guy, and he only has 3 Pokemon. Surely the gym is harder than him. So, yeah, that's the fun. Yeah, sorry, the point was about shiny. Like, obviously I benefit from the shiny rule, especially right now, and so I honestly have no idea, I know no problem picking it. But, yeah, what is your opinion on it?
I honestly don't mind the shiny rule because it's not, like, as I said, this game is incredibly hard by itself.
If we're playing a regular Nuzlocke, like, that rule would be different, right? We wouldn't have multiple fail counts.
I hope not.
So, you know... look, I'm fine for now, because chances are I'm gonna get to whenever I get to the and I'm just going to put guys there. Regardless of what rules we have in place. Oh, actually, that's a really important point, right? If we try to gym, and I lose, now I have no Pokemon. It's not really a second job.
I mean, you have to get back to it, don't you?
I mean, it would be like I go back to the Pokemon Center, and like I've only got 1 Pokemon. I don't have any regions to catch new Pokemon.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think we should hold on to the rule at least until we've beaten the first gym.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I don't think we will. I don't think we don't. But if we do, then we can Right, I'm going to talk about Demi Liches. I'm doing great at this.
Demi Lovato.
Right, so, let's put that in here. Let's put Demi Lich front so that I'm talking about... So, the Demi Lich is one of those things that suffered massively in the edition change. Remember how I was talking earlier about the Liches that we had 2 different types of Liches? As a consequence of the edition change? The Demi Lich got it worse. So, in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd edition of D&D, the Demi Lich was an upgrade of the Lich, right? Which spent enough time as a lich, you could upgrade into a demi-lich, which is just a skull, but with essentially multiple fire actions, but inside of gemstones that the demi-lich floats around. But it was basically, yeah, it was a lich that powered by 6-7 souls instead of just one. Which, you know, sounds like a big deal. Then 4th edition came along and said, no. A demi-lich is what happens when a lich doesn't take care of themselves, when they degrade over time. Yeah, so a demi-lich is actually weaker than a regular lich. And mechanically, a demi-lich was weaker than a regular lich, because it was a downgrade. And it just became like, the role that the demi-lich played had now flipped to the polar opposite. Demi-liches were like, from, you know, the peak of what a lich could be, they were now barely sentient. Oh no, found them.
Yeah, I did.
Please tell me you've been to a Pokemon Center.
Yeah, just that.
That's good at least. I did warn you. Please win. I couldn't even beat that Pokemon. Oh, you have a fire type. Yeah, of course.
Oh, fuck.
I told you this game, like, they play smart, they have strategies and stuff.
Yeah, just means I have to go with mine. What? That's unfortunate. Oh, it can't be switched out. Ah, well, I think this one's gonna die then.
Goodbye, rubbish. You did such a good job.
Yeah, just immediately dead. I think flying is not terrible against this, but who knows?
Is that a pure...
Oh wait, no, it's fire. It's a fire type. Oh no, there we go. Knocked out.
Nice.
Mama said knock you out, right?
Oh, well,
Rowlet.
attention to my own game. I was very lucky just then.
Oh, super effective. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Go Delibird.
Delibird pulling the stats in. Woo!
Delibird hard parry.
Nah, I can't because it's confused now. So I'm gonna have to send my fire type. And hope for the better.
You got this, you got this, you got this.
Oh my god, that thing is a lot of HP.
It also heals. Oh no!
Got it.
Demi-Lich died, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh no.
Ah, I was too absorbed with your game. Ah, Demi-Lich, no.
Oh no.
I was actually kind of looking forward to having... Oh wait, it's a shiny. It's a shiny creature. It's immortal. I am glad we just discussed the immortality rule.
Well, I'm already ahead of you again in the game-wise.
Yeah, you're officially ahead of me in terms of, hang on.
And I only lost one Pokemon to it.
Oh, I just realized something. Hang on. I, this entire time, have not been capturing the bottom of your screen, which means I didn't see any of that text.
Yes. Well, I could tell you what it said.
If you would be so kind, because it officially wasn't recorded.
Of course. That's the excuse you're going with. Just 1 second. Just gotta remember to actually deposit the Pokemon first.
Yeah, the game is so different now that I can see your freaking text. Can't believe I did not notice before now.
If I attract you served your purpose.
I am grinding away at these Pokemon that I really should be moving on with the plot. My Pokemon are also weak. They're also weak.
Just get yourself a Delibird. Don't even worry about it.
I don't know where you got that Delibird from.
I don't remember, but it was at the start of the game.
Maybe it was a random event Pokemon that you got that I didn't.
I think it probably was.
Probably way more efficient if I'm training at the freaking start zone.
No, I tried that as well. There's not many places you can really train.
I mean, there aren't many places to train, but also, like, it's the lowest level boss. But, like, I there is a gym, a center right next door. Something goes wrong.
Yeah.
You know, safety net. Pure safety net.
That's what I was thinking. Oh my god, this Surskit is just beating me up.
If we were live streaming, somebody would have told me ages ago. You
Oh no.
can't see the text. You can't see the text.
I mean, I didn't even know you couldn't see the text.
I didn't even know I couldn't see the text. I wasn't paying attention. It was just like, yeah, I can see your screen. It looks like the whole thing. We're good here. It was not good. That old man. I know I read that before, but still.
Damn it, I healed it.
That person. Oh. That doesn't help. Alright.
Ooh.
Oh. I think I can fight that person again. That third person, the one that you just beat, it's there again. I think that so long as I haven't fought it, it makes me try the fight. I am not going there. Not yet. Not now.
For those who have been watching my screen, I'm not cheating in this shape or form. The Pokemon that was knocked out was my starter.
None of us would ever accuse you of cheating. Cheating. Definitely cheating. never accuse you of cheating. Okay. I forgot to put Pokemon for training purposes, and that is a Stunky. Those three are my shinies. That one is not a shiny, that one's not a shiny. Level 8. Yeah, this is definitely... I should have been training here to begin with. Done with me. To be back at the start. See, you're already better than the others. That get rid of now. Oh, I see you have a double back.
Mm-hmm.
You got this.
Oh,
What?
they're almost checking out my thing.
Your thing?
My fire type.
Okay. That was a shiny. Poison doesn't matter. Feels like cheating saying that.
Oh my god, Delibird, stop healing the enemy?
Yep. As a friendly reminder, if it wasn't freaking obvious, we are not necessarily good at playing Pokemon yet. We haven't played in a very long time, and this is, I mean, it's my third Nuzlocke challenge, technically, but that is spaced out over more than 10 years. So, and I'm pretty sure this is, I'm not sure this is your first ever Nuzlocke challenge.
Mm-hmm. And first ever time playing Pokemon Reborn, so...
Yeah, same. I mean, more or less. I mean, I'd say I had the first, like, 10 minutes of the game that I played, and I lost to a wild Pokemon. But yeah, like, we are way beyond anything I know about this game.
So it appears that I've been ripped off with $1,000, but no, I've actually got the Pokemon. Hopefully. Oh, they didn't even give me my Pokemon, damn it.
They didn't give you your Pokemon?
Yeah, no, they took $1,000 off me and didn't even give me a fucking Pokemon for it.
Rude.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yep. For your highlights reel, this is definitely the part that's getting skipped.
I thought it was getting added twice. Spinner rack v spinner rack. My spinner rack is better than this.
I'm like, I can't believe that I didn't notice that there was no text on your screen for so long. Literally 4
I can't believe you were not even paying attention to me. I can't believe.
No, I didn't have... Shut up.
I gotta say the most tedious thing about this is running back to the healing center every single battle.
Yeah, I get that feeling. I definitely get that feeling. Like, the worst part for me right now is, like, I'm fighting a whole lot of rubbishes. So it's like, and poison, and running away. I want to progress, I want to go forwards, but I also do not want to die. Damn, probably. And then I'm going to
Progression in this economy.
Yeah, so just for my own peace of mind, that level 13 is he the most powerful thing you've fought so far?
Kind of.
I don't like the way you said that.
To be fair, my anti-water traps are not great.
My Ziggy to take on the gym because of the roll now. But I should be training up my Ziggy as a pet so that I can fight that level 13 dude with something that actually beats his grass. Look at us doing the barest minimum of strategy required to exist.
Heck yeah.
Ooh, evolution! first evolution. Okay. It was a shiny. It was a shiny, right? That was one of my shinies. Yes, it was one of my shinies. I'll probably train up my Draco Lich because of this. I'm only going to do this a little bit longer. Are you still there?
Yep. So,
Okay, you seem to be like focused on that one screen. I was a little concerned.
yeah, sorry. Are we still talking about the game or?
Yeah.
Oh, that's rough.
That almost killed my hoot. I just love that my demi is just a big round thing, basically a skull.
I mean, thematically accurate, right?
Yeah. Not reached any of my goals, but we are progressing at least a little bit. Okay. Let's stop the dark room. Well, I remember where the dark room is. Oh, hey there, rat boss. My name is Quick Attack, and this is gonna Quick Attack you. Is there enough cat posts on
100%.
There didn't used to be. Same with like the dog Pokemon. They were like back like the second game when you could do that.
I mean, in the second game, you could make a team of dog Pokemon. And/or Houndoom.
Entirely new area. I am not going. Have you been to the underground realm yet?
Yes.
Okay, that is a completely new area.
I'm not actually sure where I'm meant to go now.
Alright, so, let's actually have a bit of a conversation. How are you feeling about this game, this trial?
I mean, it's going pretty well. I mean, apart from my mistake at the start, obviously. But I feel like we're now almost 6 hours in, right? 5 hours? I don't know.
4.5, a little over, yeah.
And it feels like we have not gotten very far. And I feel like we probably have got like 40 hours of content into this game, at least.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a good point. I do know that, like, this is obviously harder than other games, right? Like, if we were playing any other Pokemon game, we would be much further. Whoa, a level 13.
Oh, you can't say one?
Yep, I guess so. It must have been a, that must be an event. Damn. That probably would have been a great thing to, try and catch then. But I don't think that would count as a thing.
I mean, I haven't counted all things like it as an event, so I'm going no.
I just found the level 10 in the same place. Like, it's probably the
Yeah.
standard range of this building. Oh, yay, I found the black building.
Now just remember, I didn't catch the thing because you said it was not an event. And the tick is on the right-hand side.
Yeah. I am not counting this as an event. I think it might be half scripted, but I think an event Pokemon needs to be something that either comes out of dialogue.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
Or it's a Pokemon that you see on the map and can then click on.
There's a map?
I mean, see. You know,
Oh, right, yeah,
like when you go
yeah.
to Windsor,
Well,
you saw Pokemon.
you can actually see it on the map. And it comes out of the
Now I just
dialogue.
killed it.
Yeah, I mean, you told me to kill it too. Seems only fair.
It is only fair.
No, you have to have a trait to have it spawn.
Fair enough. Well then, yeah, that one I probably would have counted if, like, because I didn't know what it was. The situation was then. If we were replaying this, I would count that as a fan Pokemon. Because it's visible on the map, although I didn't see it. But yeah, that is how I would draw the line. Is basically does it require dialogue, or can you visually see it?
I gotta say, the one thing that's confusing about this game is how many places have, like, additional floors, but you can't actually, like, get to them.
Yeah, I noticed that. There were a bunch of, like, there's doors that closed on them, and so on and so forth, and I am quite terrified
Oh
right now.
my god. That was certainly some scripting. I was not expecting her to use an electrode to explode the building.
Oh. I don't like the idea that there's all this dialogue that feels like it's building up to a fight that you might die in.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you shouldn't be going in there.
It's literally the only place I can go.
I feel like you should be leaving. Going back to the nearest Pokemon Center and not coming back.
Never?
Never. At least not until I'm there and have a life to fail and die before you so that you can judge the situation. That thing is not high enough. Looks like
I mean, it wasn't even at all.
scripted area. I don't know if you can leave now.
But why would I leave when I can just force your hand?
I hate you. I hear what you're saying, and I hate you. Why did I give you this much autonomy?
Because you wanted to?
And so that dramatic stuff like this could happen. You monster, how dare you exploit the mechanisms for drama that we left available so that we could have mechanisms for drama.
Oh my god. What a monologue.
Bring me more monologue.
Double battles, you say?
I don't want to say. Oh, that's interesting. Is that like an Alolan Geodude or something?
I think so.
Nice. I hate this training ground. I need a better training ground.
Easy killing.
Finding one Pokemon and then running back to the Pokemon Center is just the worst.
When you get to this thing, your ally heals you between rounds.
Oh, nice. That is good to know. I am going to explore that new area, probably catch a new Pokemon.
Oh no, dude!
What happened?
My ally's Pokemon got knocked out.
Oh, good. Not one of yours. We don't care about his stuff.
No.
Ooh, Noibat.
Oh yeah, I couldn't believe that.
I do not have a Noibat. I will shortly. You know what I don't have? I don't have a pre-prepared, pre-planned name for this Noibat. Because I've been going through just, you know, this is the name of a type of lich. This is the name of a type of lich. And I ran out of types of liches. So what will I call this Noibat? What do you think? Should I just call it a different type of undead? Or should I look up some actual liches from the lore and give it those names?
Probably actual liches, right?
Sounds good to me. Alright, I'm just going to double check the spelling of Asarak. I probably will not give them all in alphabetical order, because then I'll just end up with a lot of Pokemon called with A. But Asarak is a good one to start with, because people kind of know that one. Okay, so Asarak. Go. So Asarak, if people know liches, if people play the game, they've probably encountered this one. He is the main villain of the Tomb of Annihilation campaign. He's also the main villain of the infamous Tomb of Horrors, kind of the end boss of the Tomb of Horrors. So yeah, relatively famous lich in the lore, a very old lich in the game. And his biggest claim to fame, as in what most people know him for, is the Tomb of Annihilation, the Tomb of Horrors. The Tomb of Annihilation these days is basically, he does the whole thing where, hey, I decided I want to create a new god. Not me, this other guy. I decided I want him to be a god. And to do that, I have turned off the ability for anybody to cast Raise Dead or Resurrection. And anybody who has ever been raised from the dead or resurrected is slowly going to die. Oh! Wait, it's fine.
Oh.
So, I just found the shiny Noibat immediately after finding a Noibat, but we did agree in advance that shinies supersede all rules of Nuzlocke because they're shiny.
That's correct.
Yeah. So I was just like, no, I no duplicates rule. No, nope, it's fine. It's fine. But it means that Asherak, as soon as I caught him, nope, you don't care, you don't matter. I have a better version of you. I have a replacement. But you know what that means? That means I actually have to name this the better, like his superior. So another fun lore thing. Asherak is a devoted servant of Vecna.
Who's Vecna though?
Someone that I will get to as soon as I... Oh shit, I didn't teach... I meant to teach Who Confusion, and I just made him not. Shit. I pressed the wrong button. Whoops. Teaching Who Confusion would have been really good.
Yeah, pretty much.
Lichny, you can bugger off. You have been replaced by Vecna. Shiny, shiny Vecna. Okay, the long and short of who Vecna is, aside from he is the character in Stranger Things, and he is a main villain of the most recently published adventure, which I will not comment on that at the moment, at this time. I have opinions, but will not do that at the moment. Vecna is famous for a few things. One is his body parts are magic items that if you know, like the hand of Vecna, you cut off your own hand, replace it with his hand, and you get a massive power boost. And that is true for all the parts of his body. Which that is the source for a couple of fun stories in D&D. But the other big thing about Vecna is, so every edition there is a change. There is some sort of shift. First to second edition, it's essentially the time of troubles when the gods walked the earth. Third to fourth edition, it was the spell plague. Fourth to fifth, it was the second sundering. Second edition was Vecna. Going from second to third. Basically, Vecna decided he wanted to be a god, so he was becoming a god, and became one, and in the process, he visited Sicily and basically destroyed the center of the universe. And that was a series of adventures that was published right at the end of second edition to explain how the cosmology of D&D changed to become third edition. Now, it's in universe explanation and in lore explanation, it doesn't actually have that much of an impact in a lot of different ways. But it is an optional explanation.
I know I've been out of playing Pokemon for a long time, but what the hell are these Pokemon?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Whoa, no!
What?
My Teferi just immediately got knocked out. But I'm not sure how to trick this place because I keep getting revived, healed after every fight.
Oh, that's a good question.
It's intended that you get knocked out in this, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I want to say your Pokemon fainted, so it is dead. You should not be using it. But
That's
it
fair.
also feels like a scripted event.
It is entirely.
Yeah, and I feel like scripted events shouldn't follow the same rule.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing it, I'm not. What is your opinion?
I don't know, you're gonna have to go through the same thing as me. Either way. I mean, I know that he's gonna get resurrected in a second.
Okay, let me put it a different way.
Let's say,
Right
yeah,
now,
say he's ready to come.
because we're playing it safe. Right now, we're kind of both on a little bit of an easy streak.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to up the challenge? And that sort of scripted event, that sort of scripted situation, unless it's a scripted auto loss, Yeah, it doesn't matter that the Pokemon are being healed. Fainted during that whole thing. It's dead. Once you get out of there, you have to put it in the box.
Oh no. Oh well, okay. Jellyfish is doing so much work there.
If you do not want that, I am fine with it. I'm just saying, if we want to up the difficulty, we can...
Oh yeah, that's fine.
You know what? I'm going to say no. And here's why I'm going to say no. I have 4 shinies. Plus my starter. Most of my party is now immortal. Yours is not. I'm going to say all bets are off when we get to the gym. Just, you know, all bets are off. But, yeah. Thoughts?
Sure.
Feel free for when I come to that stupid event to turn around and say, no, you're changing the rules.
Nah, not good enough.
I'm just really... Have we seen a move tutor?
No.
Damn. I'm really annoyed that I...
More only TMs or HMs?
Yeah, I'm really annoyed that I pressed the wrong button and didn't keep it. Like, I would have actually had Psychic on my team if I had done that, and so I'm really annoyed at that.
It's just more frustrating that every enemy in here can just one-hit your Pokemon.
I mean, maybe you're supposed to have already fought the gym by this point.
No, this is the lead up to the gym.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty ahead of you.
I haven't gone and fought third yet. Like, I fought him that first time, but I saw him there again, so I think I get a rematch attempt. But yeah, once I go fight third, I'm just gonna sort of plow as quickly as I can after you to try and catch up. I'm not gonna catch it, but if we end up with 2 shinies like that appear, can we catch the second one? What is your opinion?
Shiny takes precedence is my opinion.
Sorry, what was that?
Shiny takes precedence, so you get the shiny.
Sorry, what I mean is, I have a shiny Noibat. I just found another shiny Noibat.
Yeah, so shiny takes precedence, you can catch it again.
Okay, cool. I'm not catching it, but noted.
Oh my god, they just one-shot the other guy.
Oh dear. That does not look like a good situation.
Oh my god!
Like, we have to go through that entire scripted event again?
No, there's multiple guys here to fight.
Here's what I'm gonna do. As soon as you clear that area, like as soon as you finish that whole scripted whatever, tell me, and I'll make a beeline to the Pokemon Center, and then a beeline to Fern, and start trying to get you to catch up. regardless of my current state of yeah. Unfortunately, it's
I think this is the clearing of the area, but I'm not sure.
I am very glad that that was a shiny. Just gonna say, glad it was a shiny. Did you need to ask me a question? I caught Asherak and then Vecna. Did you actually ask me a question about it?
I didn't actually. I forgot about. Well, I guess I technically asked questions about the two D&D characters.
That's true, but that was mostly just asking about the name and what they were. Like, not actually our challenge questions.
Trying to think of challenge questions.
Also, note to self, need to prepare more of those questions.
I don't think either of us were expecting this to take this long.
It's not. It's
to get
not
knocked
I
out.
wasn't expecting to take this long, right? I wasn't expecting there to be this many Pokemon in this amount of time.
Just give me 1 second while I think about another question.
2 questions. If you want to take 5 minutes to jump online and quickly research the questions.
I'm already doing both. Rockruffs, alright then.
Rockruff. Wow, there are a lot of dog-type Pokemon now. Another shiny Noibat. I found 3 shiny Noibats.
What is going on with them?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess this game just like, imagine an entire party of Noibat. I know nothing about Noibat for the record, so I have no idea what that means.
Oof.
And lose him at the gym because of electricity. But everything, I would have lost the game.
Yeah, I completely understand that because I am that fight entire scene was just hard. I'm glad that they were targeting my ally instead of me.
I mean, that's real nice of them.
Alright, I got a weird random question, and this might be hyperbole. Just a weird question.
Shoot.
You ready? Okay.
Never, but shoot.
If a gnome has a strength of 20, can it use a greatsword?
No. Oh, hang on. Okay, so the first thing is that technically, yes. Alright, it depends. If I'm recalling the rules correctly, in 5th edition, it doesn't give a damn what size you are. It's just, yes, you can use a greatsword. Sure, it's appropriately sized for your size, but we're done. I do not believe that there is any prohibition in 5th edition of size and width. In other editions, sure, you can use a greatsword, but it is actually going to be, size weaker, rather than stronger, it counts as a smaller weapon. But there was also rules for like feet, and that feat would allow you to use weapons that if you were the highest level. So I guess the correct answer is you should just talking about, which I think, and I think the answer is therefore yes, of course they can. There's nothing stopping them. Tell me if I'm wrong.
No, I believe that's entirely correct because I think almost every edition says no, you can't use it. But obviously DM discretion.
Yeah, I think 5th edition is the only one that doesn't care. That just doesn't have those rules. But every other edition, it has rules of that effect, but there are also around somewhere, or it's, you know, the reduced dice size or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If I am wrong, then I don't know. So that was the first one, and I believe there were 2 questions you needed to ask.
There are. The next one I was going to be a purely coincidental kind of question.
Sure.
How many dice can you roll as a maximum in an attack? Just a normal physical attack.
The short answer is how many dice are you allowed to? Like, there isn't a limit. But like, you know, a weapon, most of them only have 1 die. In 5th edition, I think they're all 1 die. In other editions, there are some that have 2 die. Then you can add sneak attack, and then you can add, certain maneuvers, and blah blah blah. Like, you know, if your weapon is magical, you might get an extra 6 fire damage or something. So there isn't a hard limit. There is no hard cap on that. Is that also correct to your understanding?
I believe that's technically correct. I was just genuinely curious. I was genuinely curious if you could actually figure out a hard limit for yourself. But
No, technically there is. Mechanically, there is. This is the maximum number of dice available. You know, you're a level 20 character, and all we've done is stack on every dice we can for damage. There would be a soft limit simply because right rules for more sort of situation. But like even that, you can do things like go, okay, and so falling damage. There is a cap for falling damage, and that cap. If you're the DM, like there isn't a hard limit in that sense. What the highest number of die to roll at once. In D&D 3.5.
Of course.
Because it's D&D 3.5, of course. Actually, I had a fun little. I was very sad at how short of a research dive it was. So I started to campaign a bunch of Forgotten Realms lore buffs. Which is actually great because they're massive role players. They know the lore, and I've only done one actual session so far, but so far it's been really good. It's been fantastic and fun. But one of the players really loves Netherese stuff and shadow magic and all that kind of thing. And they were just asking me, hey, Pathfinder, what are some of the shenanigans you can do with shadow magic? And I'm disappointed. I'm glad, to be honest, but I'm also disappointed to say the shenanigans of shadow magic in Pathfinder is not as insane and cool as the shenanigans that you can do in 3.5. Are you familiar with the shadow magic shenanigans?
I am not. Please explain.
Okay.
Or elaborate.
So, back in 3.5, if you cast shadow magic, right, it was kind of like a not as good duplicate of other spells. But there were a bunch of things that pros and cons and some gore and blah blah blah. But ultimately, what it came down to is it was intentionally supposed to be not as good. And a similar thing existed with illusion magic, which fundamentally was related to shadow magic because the two things tapped in on each other. A lot of illusion magic in war got it down from the shadow plane. Anyway, with illusion magic and with certain shadow magic spells, it had a percentage of realism. So you could cast a duplicate of yourself that was 20% real, which meant that you could roll to hit and do damage, but you would only do 20% damage of whatever you would actually roll, sort of thing, because it was only 20% real. There was no gap. You could stack illusion buffs and shadow magic buffs to make your illusion something like 140% real.
Wow.
Yes. Now here's the thing with illusion magic, right? If you believe the illusion is real, you take the maximum damage from that illusion, right? So that illusion that is only 20% real, if you don't see the illusion, you take full damage. And then you just read it. But if you see through it, then you only take 20% damage. However, if it's 140% real, it means if you do not see through the illusion, you take less damage than if you realize it's an illusion.
Hmm.
And
Wait a minute.
yeah, it's hilarious, and I love it. And like, it's an entire build to pull it off. Like, it requires a lot of commitments in terms of like class, prestige class feats. Like, it requires a lot to pull it off. And I think it required trait rules, which were entirely different rules to begin with. So you know, there was all of that sort of thing. But Pathfinder, first of all, if anybody doesn't know, D&D 3.5 and Pathfinder are virtually compatible. Pathfinder is basically D&D 3.75. So you can, like, some DMs, myself included, often go, yeah, you can take anything from D&D 3.5 and play it in Pathfinder. Which is what one of my games is at the moment. My other game, not the one I'm talking about at the moment, actually.
Hey, Alan.
Yeah? Oh no, are you at the gym? Is that the gym?
It's not just the gym. It's the gym leader.
Why didn't you tell me? I said as soon as you finished that all of that scripted business, I was
Oh, wait. Oh, I thought you knew.
knew.
I told you that in that exact moment. I said, oh, it's done.
Oh, I did not. My bad. I didn't realize that. Okay, I will make my beeline to Fern now, and then desperately try and catch up as quickly as possible. Wait, why am I doing that? I should just watch you. This could be the end of our run. I mean, you killed their first Pokemon, that's pretty good.
In one shot.
Nice.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What the fuck was that?
That was Air Cutter.
No!
Now
No!
Gym. Nope, that's Teferi. He is actually dead this time.
Yeah, no, he's going to the box as soon as I can.
Go, Demi-Lich. Please, for the love of everything. Tech until that thing is dead.
You go, Jura. Oh no. Oh no. 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 I don't have a revive, so this might be game over.
I want to try and beat Fern before you can... Oh, it's a grass type. Why have you got grass type? Oh, you're the worst. Why are these all grass types?
Well, I only have water types left, so... I thought I was using a potion for some reason, and then I just, like, mentally forgot.
Yes.
Oh my god, this thing is just insane. What the hell?
Using our immortality rules for this.
Well, I think this is a game over.
Oh! Aumnoko, why?
Because Plotty is way too far. There's literally nothing I can do. GG.
Aumnoko, no! And I just beat Fern. I was going to catch up to you.
You were like so far behind, to be fair.
Yeah, I was totally very far behind. Alright. Finishing this dialogue.
I know that was the end of the Nuzlocke technically, but I'm just curious as to see what happens if I actually try that again with items on.
for it. Like, this is officially the official end of the Nuzlocke. I'm just finishing this dialogue, and then I'm going to save it.
I'll try and do that properly this time. Not knowing these Pokemon kind of is a huge disadvantage.
Not knowing what?
Not knowing the Pokemon that we're fighting, huge disadvantage.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. Not knowing the Pokemon that we have is a disadvantage too, because we don't know what... Like, we may be able to go like, oh, right, that's this type, but we don't know their movesets, we don't know how they're going to evolve and what, like... There are, like, you know, how there's some Pokemon who, you know, they may be of this type, but they don't get a freaking attack of their type until they're, like, level 12 or higher. Like Hootoo. Hootoo is, I think, is flying psychic, and doesn't get a psychic attack until level 12, which I skipped.
Damn haircut.
Like my audio is not good enough. Hang on, I'm going to put on your audio. Let me, I saved for some reason. I'm exiting the game on my end, and now I'm going to turn up your audio.
Alright, we've got further this time.
I might turn the audio down because it's probably competing with your voice. Alright. Whoop, one second. Come on. Got this.
Oh, come on. I don't know how these guys are so fast. Like, they just have so much speed.
The Voltorbs and Electrodes are quite fast Pokemon, and I think electric Pokemon, as a rule, tend to be faster than Pokemon.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But my ability was increased speed. I was increasing speed the entire fight.
That Blaziken line has, as the fight goes on, they get faster and faster.
Exactly.
Yeah, actually, that was a big part, a part of why I picked the starter Pokemon I did. I have never played, like, whichever game it is that has Froakie, I've never played it before, I don't think.
Greninja.
Yeah, Greninja. And I like the idea, Greninja is one of the few later Pokemon that I actually know exists, and I like the idea of it. That's why I picked it for this run, because I'm like, I don't know this Pokemon, but it seems cool, I want to try it. And so that's what I was doing. There we go.
Yep, straight out.
Did you?
Yeah, no, there was
items.
Well, I didn't get to use an item because it just instantly killed me. There's no. I mean, I had 2 shots to kill it.
Well, hang on. I'm gonna actually make it official and change your fail count to 3. Boom. So that was Nuzlocking. That was us Nuzlocking.
Oh my god. So many hours.
Yeah, that was a solid 5.5 hour run.
And I'm so sorry I didn't get through that first gym.
Yeah. See, that's like, as I said the whole time, I did not expect us to beat the first gym. I had no idea what was actually in store, but simply knowing that it was a hard game, that the game played tactically, and that it was 6 Pokemon, I didn't expect us to beat.
I think the speed advantage on those Pokemon is just insane. Like,
yeah, probably.
Being able to attack just...
Yeah. Lucky you weren't a freaking water type, though, hey?
Yeah, but Froki's water ground.
Is it? I thought it was just water.
I thought it was water ground or water dark.
I think I don't think I think Greninja is water dark, but I think Froakie is
Yeah,
water.
that's a good point. Yeah, you might be right there.
I don't know. Like I had evolved, so I don't actually know if it was still water or it had gone water dark. But I think it was still just water at that stage. Um, but yeah, all right. So as we said at the start of this run was primarily for us to kind of get a feel for what we're doing, see what we like, see what we don't like, try out some Nuzlocke rules, and then use this information to decide, hey, what are we going to do going forwards? I think we'll have a conversation outside of the recording to like go over the Nuzlocke rules and be a bit more focused on that for future games. But having now lost, what are your thoughts? How are you feeling?
Well, my first initial feelings is I should have paid more attention to the rules beforehand, because clearly I lost 2 lives for very, very, very silly reasons that I didn't really understand, and I wasted so much money.
I mean, that's true, but also at the same token, you would have gotten to that gym, you probably would have just died and been wiped out there. Like, the
Yeah,
least you could have done would have gone,
100%.
I've wasted 2 lives, I am now grinding.
Yeah, absolutely. But I also wasted a lot of money at the start because I was buying potions constantly.
Ah, yeah, no, that is definitely a factor as well, spending all that money. Because that is not
It's about
necessarily
£3 grand.
as renewable a resource.
So yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yep.
Because I was like I was just buying antidotes and potions to heal
Yeah.
every few steps.
Well, look, we'll definitely spend some time going over the Nuzlocke rules for the next game.
Absolutely.
You know.
I mean, if we're not changing it from what we've got currently, then that's going to be interesting.
Look, we'll definitely. Well, for a start, do you want to keep the fail count situation? I don't think we'll need it necessarily for other games, right?
I mean, I hope we don't fail as badly in the other game.
I hope we don't, but also if we do fail as badly in the other games, it'll be deserved. We that was very much defense stuff, and I feel that we did better than I expected.
I mean, yeah, I think I did all right considering I had no idea what half the things were, and I was dying to random stuff as opposed to playing badly.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I did not guess that that was an air type that was just gonna.
Probably thought we were playing terribly, but let's not.
Oh, absolutely.
Or we do talk to those people for all of the tips.
I mean, as someone who hasn't played since what X and Y, since when they were released.
Like the last one that I played was whichever one was the set in France. And I didn't finish that one because I started that as a Nuzlocke and I never finished it.
I didn't even know there was one set in France.
Yeah, well, it's inspired by France, sort of.
I
don't know. I didn't even get halfway through the game. I think I got to like the third. I think I finished the third gym. I don't think I reached the fourth one, or maybe I did reach the fourth one, but I didn't reach the fifth one. For anybody who has played that game, basically I met the giant guy once, and then I died.
Oh, that's X and Y.
That's X and Y?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I met the giant guy and then I died. Yeah. 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 Alright, well look, I think that was a good test.
You got entertaining footage.
I definitely got entertaining footage. I
hope everyone else gets a good laugh out of this, if nothing else.
Yeah, absolutely. Alright, well, I think that's enough meandering blather from the two of us. I am going to say farewell and stop the recording. Aumnoko, do you want to say anything before we do? I hit stop?
Au revoir.
Farewell.